Tuesday. So I didn't come here to stay long. I'm going to try to make this brief as possible. I know I always say that I end up staying longer than I come to stay, but I just wanted to talk about this timeless subject about fighting progress. And I know nobody has joined yet, but of course, if you missed it here, I'll be posting it on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. So if you get here, share the live or whatever, if you tap in. So I came here to talk about fighting progress in our community. We have a lot of people out here that's really doing the work, doing a lot of diligent work and different aspects of trying to help rebuild ourselves as a community of people, as a group of people, as a culture of people. But those type of people that's into that type of work of rebuilding the community spiritually, mentally, financially, they catch the worst flack. What's going on, y'all? What it do? Tap in. I'm speaking on the subject of fighting progress, fighting mental progress, specifically in our culture, in our community. What I'm speaking on are the people who have intricate positions or they do hands-on work in the community to try to rebuild our nation, to try to rebuild the community financially, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm speaking on those that have a divine position, that they're genuinely doing what they're doing because they want to help the community, preferably the indigenous community, rebuild in places that we've been broken, in places that we've been torn, in places that we've been deprived of. There's so much knowledge out here now that we're in the age of information, so it's no excuse for us to still be dwelling in ignorance. It's no excuse for us to still be talking about the first black this, the first black that. It's just no excuse for us to still be pointing a finger at the government, talking about the white man this. It's just no excuse for none of that no more. Like, we really, as a people at this point in time, y'all, don't have no excuse to be at the bottom of anything. The problem is no longer outside of us. It may have initially been an outside problem, but now the problems that we have as a people is within. We got to quit pointing the finger at everybody else and not looking in the mirror. And we're doing that because every time we have people in our own community, people in our own family, people in our own circle, social circle, people in our own culture that's trying to do things to rebuild us as a community, all y'all do is tear them down. You either want to use them, you want to misuse them, you want to take advantage of them, you want them to give you everything, you want them to hand you everything, or your intentions be bogus. You either trying to get with somebody, you trying to sleep with them, you trying to, your intentions be bogus. And then when you don't get what you want, a lot of times y'all will start turning on y'all own people, spreading lies, rumors about them, trying to block them, just all type of negativity. It's sad that we do that to one another, but y'all don't understand that fights our progress as a people when y'all do that. Y'all got people out here that's trying to help y'all to learn how to do different things in a financial industry. Y'all do the same thing to them. You got people that's trying to help us progress in a spiritual community. You got people that's trying to help us progress dealing with our mental health. But if ain't nobody on social media talking about relationship wars or fighting or doing something ratchet, y'all don't want to support that. Y'all want to use it, take advantage of it, try to say something negative about it. Y'all don't know how to do nothing but fight progress. This is why we can't excel. But every time you turn around, everybody want to blame something else for the problems that we have in our own community. We are our own problem. We don't know how to stick together. It's too much. All that jealousy and envy, it fights progress. Don't nobody want to change their mind. Everybody wants something around them to change, but don't nobody want to be the change. I remember I was watching something on social media. I think it was David Banner that said this, and it stuck to me. He said, we would rather be comfortable in oppression than to get up and actually do the work to change our nation. And he couldn't have been furthest from the truth on that. Now, me and the work that I do spiritual work. Okay, for those who don't know, that's tapping in. I'm a natural born psychic medium. Okay, I started reading tarot, I want to say back in late part of mid 2020. I started, reading tarot and things of that nature. when I realized how easy I was able to connect with it. So I started a spiritual business behind it. Now, all my life, I've been having paranormal experiences, communications with the other side. I was called crazy for it. Y'all already know why. We grew up Christian. Christianity, it ostracizes that, and we know why as well, because they have taken from us the knowledge of our own oracles and sibyls, high priests and priestesses, the natural born ones. They've taken that from us. And if we all know our true history, we would also know that all of us are from different cultures. We're from different ethnicities, even though we have the same color skin and all of that. And the problem is, a lot of us, now that we've got so much information out here, we gain a lot of this knowledge. And then we think it applies to every single solitary person, and it doesn't. Everybody ain't African. Everybody ain't Indian. Everybody ain't a Moor. Everybody ain't from ancient Kemet. We're all different people, but we share a lot of things in common. And our people, for the love of life, have not learned how to embrace difference. We don't know how to respect that we're all unique in our own way. Everybody want everybody to be in one thing, and that's just not reality. But we have not learned to comprehend and take off them binders yet. It's okay that you learn something, but because you learn something, it doesn't make it right for everybody or mean that it applies to everybody. I look at our people and I see different nationalities in us. I don't see us, we don't all look alike. Even if we all have things in common, which we do. We all have a commonality. We all have a commonality as far as relation, DNA relation, but we're still different. Very, very different when it comes to our cultures, when it comes to our ethnicities, when it comes to our spiritual practice, when it comes to our own personal family tree. We're very different in a lot of ways. We haven't learned to respect that about one another. So when you hear somebody speak, they could be giving you some serious gems, and all some people can hear is why they keep calling us African, why they keep calling us this, why they keep calling y'all. I mean, we gotta come out of this phase, y'all. We tripping. We really tripping. So when you got people that come along that really want to be a help, especially I'm speaking on being a female, for instance, having male clients or people in my space, males, for instance, sometimes I may be led to somebody to give them some sort of serious message about them. It could be an ancestor coming through for them, that I may be delivering the message, and they won't even receive the message, or they'll pretend that they're receiving the message, but they really have another agenda. They trying to be on something sexual or romantic. I'm not interested in that doing my work. I take what I do very serious. And a lot of times when people don't get what they want from you, they resort to betrayal. And that's the saddest thing that we have amongst our community. And it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in. If it's to help the community, to build a community, you're always going to get people who are going to come at you because they want to use you. They want to take advantage of you. They want something from you, or they just want you. And the minute they don't get what they want because you put them boundaries up, it turns into a bunch of chaos, drama, confusion. It turns into malicious gossip. It turns ugly. Why do we do that to each other, y'all? And then turn around and complain about our conditions. We don't see how we are partaking in it and why our conditions are the way that it is. Because we don't know how to accept progress. We fight it. We fight progress on a daily basis, and we don't take no responsibility and accountability for it. None. You have people who, for instance, his name is Reginald Martin. He has a whole YouTube channel to where he speaks about cometicism, okay, the science of it. And the way he explains things is very unique. And he's like really uncovering the whole point of the Kemetic mythology. But we don't support that. We don't support that. You know what I'm saying? He's had people coming at him that wanted him to, teach them for free. And it's just like, we go to pay these colleges, we get these degrees and still can't get a job. We go to these churches and these temples and we put in whatever we got in our pockets in them buckets every week at those temples to hear the same regurgitated information that ain't helping us grow or heal whatsoever. And we don't open our mouths when it comes to these socialized and these institutionalized social engineering institutions. We don't open our mouths when it's time to pay them. But when it comes to one of your own people in a community that's trying to rebuild something in the inner community that's beneficial for the people, y'all got something negative to say. Y'all get mad. Y'all want to use them. Y'all want to take advantage of these people, man. And all you're doing when you do that is you're fighting the progress of your own community, mental healing, spiritual healing, financial healing, social healing. We don't want to heal. We talk all that junk, but we don't want to heal. We take advantage of these people. My another one, somebody that I want to give a shout out to, Crypto Cliff. He's actually showing our people how to build generational wealth. And he got people coming at him constantly, trying to, bring negativity to him. And it's just sad how we do one another. They want him to give him, people want him to give them just free information. Free. People don't respect free. They don't respect free. They don't respect it because you can be as genuine as possible to give all the information that you want to give to people. A lot of times people, they're not going to take the information and they're not going to use it. They're going to play with it. They're going to waste your time. They're going to waste your energy. And then when you start charging, they're going to get mad at that too. You charge too much. We don't know how to respect when somebody wants to build progress in this culture. We don't respect that. And then people get mad when you just don't let anybody in your inner space. You're not supposed to have just anybody in your inner space when you're trying to build an empire or a dynasty to make a better community, to build generational wealth in your family. That takes a lot of power, and it takes a lot of internal energy to do those things. And when you're walking that path, you don't have the energy, the time, or the space to let people come into your personal space that's not on that same plateau. You just don't have the energy. You don't have time to answer your phone and people calling you because they just want to talk. Lay on the phone. What you doing? I'm busy. That's what I'm doing. You want to hang out? No. Girl, you want to come have a drink? No. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to go out on this date. I don't want to hear about your 50,000 dates. I don't want to hear about your 20,000 times you done broke up with your boyfriend or your husband and said, I don't care about none of that. That's something that you have to get through. But if you need help, and because you're trying to rebuild yourself, or you're trying to heal yourself, or you're trying to align yourself, that's when you need me. Because all that other stuff, I don't care about your drama. I don't care about the 5 different other females that you got chaos with. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm not interested in gossip. But when you give people access to you, this is what they want to talk to you. This is what they want to use your energy for. Stuff like that. Or they want to call you, how you do this, how you do that. You calling me and you're asking me for information that's, I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? If you need that type of time and attention, then you need to schedule an appointment and respect what I do. But people don't want to do that. They want to belittle what you do. They want to minimize what you do. And a lot of times when people do that, is because when they come into you in that energy, they was already hateful, jealous, and envious of it anyway. Or they want to take up your energy and demote you and act like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like what you doing ain't nothing. But then they want to take what you got to give and then go try to uplift themselves with it. And that's fighting progress, because this is about us uplifting one another. That's what this is about. But we don't know how to do that. We fight progress constantly. We don't know how to identify real, genuine people because we've been so caught up in ingenuous energy ourselves that sometimes we so backwards, we'll question genuine people, but then we'll rock with those with malicious intent, and then have to F around and find out in the end that these people was never rocking with you in the first place. But that's the mind that we're in, y'all. We're sick. And I'm going to get out of here, but I wanted to bring this to the attention of my people that we're sick. We're sick because we don't realize that our thinking is twisted and demented when it comes to the genuine work that people in our community is trying to do to bring progress to us collectively. We don't treat these people right. We don't treat them right. We don't respect what they do. But y'all go pay Louis Vuitton and Gucci $400-$500 for a purse, $400-$500 for a belt. Y'all respect the same people that won't give you a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of as a people collectively. They don't give back to the community. These people that we make wealthy on a daily basis in fashion and all this glamorous stuff, everybody want to look like they got it like that. Do your thing. I ain't talking about you. But I'm just saying, you still won't dive into how to heal your generation, how to stop child molesters from being replicated in your family, how to stop thieves and liars and drug addicts from being replicated in your family, how to stop poverty from being replicated in your family, how to stop religious and spiritual abuse and and lies from being replicated in your family. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to give that your energy. Y'all don't want to buy into that. Y'all don't want to invest in that. But then you'll turn around and crap on the people that look like you that's doing the work. We're sick. That's all I got to say, y'all. We're sick, and it makes it hard for people like us to really want to give and be helpful. Because at the same time, we know our worth too. We know what we're worth, and we ain't just about to go out there throwing our pearls before swine. I'm going to say this one last thing, and then I'm going to get out of here. I saw something that somebody had posted, and it was very profound. And I can't remember who it was, but I saw it on Instagram, and it said the lady, it was a lady that liked to cook in a village. Excuse me. And the post said, by the time she got through giving out free samples, she had them fed the whole village, and nobody wanted to buy and couldn't sell a plate. And she couldn't sell a plate. Nobody wanted to buy a plate. I thought that was like the most profound thing that I've ever seen floating around on the internet. And shout out to whoever came up with that. Whatever it is, wherever it came from, just shout out to the originator, because that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. And I literally just saw that floating around on Instagram either late last night or early today. I saw that. And I thought it was the most profound thing ever, and it was right on time because I needed to see that. And one of the lessons that I had to relearn as of recently, especially within these last couple of weeks, but as of recently, within the last 48 hours, I had to learn to stop throwing my pearls before swine, because people don't appreciate you when you give to them. They don't appreciate the value of it when you give it to them. And I've spent hours on the phone with people on a humble, because I was giving to them. I was using my gift to give to them. And then I look up a day or two later, they saying something foul to me or doing something foul. And I'm like, what the Tall had the nerve to tell me I need to light a candle to protect myself from meeting you. What? Let me help you out with that. Block. Who does that? This is somebody I spent hours on the phone with because their ancestors started chiming in to me, telling me things to tell this person. So they couldn't deny it because all the stuff I was saying was accurate. It was intricate and it was very detailed and it was actually on point. And the man's ancestors said their name to me. And this man ain't never seen me, don't know me. I ain't never seen him and I don't know him. We know people in common, but I didn't know that until he came in my messenger and asked me, was I a part of the Nation of Islam? I am associated with the Nation of Islam. I am not a registered Muslim. But by default, because I come from the Fulani ancestry and my Fulani ancestors were Muslim, I'm Muslim by default. But I don't attach myself to names and titles. Either way it go. I'm here because I'm walking a divine purpose. And many of your people that look like you in the community are on a divine purpose. And you get people like that come to you, that attach to your energy, and you try to help them. You try to give. You try to, warm them up to moving forward. And then they turn around and they betray you when they can't get what they want out of you. If they trying to get with you and that ain't what you want, they get mad at that, turn on you. And I think it's sick. Most people that's going around talking about relationships are unhealed people and they're sick. I don't listen to anything the internet has to say when it comes down to romance, life, marriage, and none of that. Because it's a bunch of mental illness on these apps. Bottom line, point blank, period. And I ain't knocking what nobody want to do, but everybody want to be a content creator. But what is the point of your content if it's not helping nobody? People want to post a bunch of nothing all day long and they want likes and they want shares and they want comments. Well, you first have to be posting something of substance. But then when we post stuff of substance and we talk about something of substance, people want to get mad and start hating on that and they don't want to respect it. The bottom line. So when you start moving away from your people and start going to help other people, then your people get mad and want to call you a sellout. Well, these other people respect what I do. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. We fight progress mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially on a daily basis, y'all. And that is why I wanted to come here and bring some awareness. We got to pay attention to that. We fight progress. If you have a spiritual consultant, if you have a financial consultant in your group circle as a friend, don't take advantage of that. Don't start calling that person every other day, every time you want to know something. Book an appointment and let that person know you appreciate their services. Give back. Don't use them or try to misuse this person or take advantage of them. But y'all don't want to do that with y'all own people. But y'all go get a financial advisor that don't look like you. And now you got to save $500 because it costs $500 to have just a consultation with this dude. But you won't do that with your own. You expect somebody to hand you something, or you complain about their prices with your own. We fight our own progress every time we knock down one of our own people that's building greatness for themselves and that can help our own communities. We can spread that each one teach one, but y'all don't know how to do that because y'all too busy getting mad at other people's progress. Y'all too busy getting mad at other people's success. Then when people don't want to be bothered with you, you get mad and call them arrogant. Y'all get mad because people don't want you in their personal space. But look at the energy that y'all bring to people. Don't nobody have time for that nonsense. You're not going to have access to my personal space just to call me with a bunch of BS and foolishness all the time. I don't want to hear that. I'm not interested in that. You're not going to get access to my personal space just to call me to keep getting free information out of me, free rituals, free readings. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So, yep, discounts. I done cut all that off because I just realized that our people, they don't want healing. They don't want to be helped. They want to use people. They want to take advantage of you. And then if they really deep down inside don't like you anyway, all they're going to do is take whatever you've given them and they're going to turn on your ass, gossip about you and talk about you and spread nasty gossip. I think that's horrible that we do each other like that, y'all. Pointblankperiod.com. It's sad. Stop taking advantage of the people who have something special to offer you and they're allowing you in their personal space. Stop taking advantage of your own people that's out here trying to rebuild the community to bring some sort of change and help to us and healing to us, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, mental, whether it's educational. Stop dogging your own people because all you're doing is fighting progress. So as you're doing that, you can't blame no white man. You can't blame the government. Quit blaming stuff from 1932, blaming welfare for this. Hey, welfare ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Y'all are lazy. You're complacent. All y'all want to do is eat, go out, get drunk, get high, talk junk on social media all day about relationships, dog out y'all own women, talk about y'all men. Y'all, that's mental illness, y'all. We're sick. And until we take the time out to realize the reason why we can't progress is because we have a problem, nothing is going to change. Because the people that can help, after a while, are going to disconnect from their people. We're going to disconnect from our own people because ain't nobody got to be nowhere where you're getting beat down all the time and not respected or appreciated. Nobody's going to continue to do that. But we're so sick that we think people are supposed to become content with their abuse. Yes. Anyway, y'all, that's all I came here to say, that we have to get out of this complacency, this problem of fighting progress. We don't like to see good people coming together doing positive things. It is what it is. But from now on, it's just like this. Pay me my full price or I can't help you. And that's why I'm not with it. Peace.